My favorite Nintendo Switch Joycons might get replaced by this one. It's ROMB 360. It's no secret that the original Joycons aren't comfortable for long gaming sessions. That is one of the reasons why I like the NYXI wireless joypads. They are a lot more bulky and ergonomic, however they didn't have any Hall effect joysticks to prevent stick drift. So I'm glad that NYXI changed that on this model, the NYXI Hyperion Pro. It comes in this box with a manual, a charge cable and this metal frame, which turns your Joy-Cons into a joypad, and it's currently priced at $62.99. Everything feels of a high quality and I love this retro design, as it looks like the original Nintendo GameCube, but it's also available in green if you want a different color. I will leave a link for you in the description and tell you what you can do with it. But if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be really helpful to me. As mentioned, the NYXI Hyperion Pro has Hall effect joysticks, so you know that stick drift will be a thing of the past, and you will not encounter that annoying moment where your controller lives a life of its own because of wear and tear. But if you're still worried about stick drift, you really don't have to, as the Hyperion Pro has replaceable thumbsticks. Furthermore, it has a super comfortable and ergonomic grip, which is a lot more bulky than your traditional Joy-Cons. So for me, that meant long gaming sessions without any hand cramps. And let me tell you, once you've tried this controller's ergonomics, you don't want to use your original Joy-Cons anymore, as the NYXI Hyperion Pro is both comfortable using as a joypad or as Joy-Cons. Even the D-pad feels nice and responsive and better than on a previous model. They are slightly more elevated and feel less slippery, and same goes for the ABXY buttons, which have this see-through design and are illuminated, which looks pretty cool. But more importantly, they feel more clicky and responsive. The shoulder buttons have a wide grip to them, which I prefer over the smaller shoulder buttons of the original Joy-Cons. And the triggers are also wider and have a slightly better travel to them, which is great as well. You can also use the Joy-Cons for multiple players, however I'm personally not a big fan of this on any Joy-Cons. But to be fair, it's a bit better on the Hyperion Pro versus the regular Joy-Cons, as the bulky design is just more comfortable to hold. Personally, I do prefer to use both the Joy-Cons for one player or just to use it as a joypad. And you can easily do that by sliding on the middle frame. You can even change the RGB lights at the top to several colors or a breathing light. As for the features, the NYXI Hyperion Pro has a memory function they call Gamer's Reflex, which you can use to program its back buttons so it fits your personal needs. Speaking of, the back buttons are well placed. I could easily use them without accidentally touching them. You can also set up a turbo function for those repetitive actions, and the turbo function even goes up to 2 levels, which is always a plus. And same goes for the Hyperion Pro's vibrations, which you can easily adjust. And you can even use 6-axis gyro, which can be great for the kids or maybe for some Zelda puzzles. So during my testing, the NYXI Hyperion Pro worked great in both docked and handheld mode, and I had a lot of fun using it. You can easily connect the NYXI Hyperion Pro in the Switch's menu, and it gets its power through the Nintendo Switch. But if somehow they run out of juice because you forgot to charge them, you can just charge them individually and continue your gaming session with your original Joy-Cons. But you will probably don't use them a lot, as the Hyperion Pro has almost the exact same features as the original Joy-Cons and some extra, but are just a lot more comfortable to use, both as a Joy-Con or joypad. However, it doesn't include amiibo support, but maybe they will add that in a future model. I really like the nostalgic look of the Hyperion Pro, as it reminds me of the Nintendo GameCube. But more importantly, it has those popular Hall effect joysticks that are even replaceable, which makes this a high quality and durable controller, which is complete and has some extra features. So is this going to replace my favorite Joy-Cons from last year? Absolutely. If you're interested to pick one up, head over to NYXIGame.com with the link in my description and subscribe for more content, or click here to watch the next video. See you there.